Hey everyone, just going to show you my comic book slash graphic novel collection. It's not huge, but I figured I'd show you guys what I've got in my collection. I don't read a ton of comics or anything, but if I see some out and about that I like, that pique my interest, I will certainly pick them up. Here's one given to me by my friend, Skin and Earth, which is the full graphic novel by Lights. Lights is actually a singer that I really like, and she had done a graphic novel to go along with one of her albums. Really cool to have this, and it goes right along with the album, so it's very, very nice. So that's the graphic novel. Here's a comic. It's old Ninja Turtles Archie comic. You can see up there. Look at old art. You got Shredder on the cover, and looks like we got Donatello, Leonardo, and Raphael fighting, and his Michelangelo is the one crying here in the front as a baby or something. I don't know what's going on with this because I haven't read it, but this is one I found out in the wild, I think, and got it really cheap. Still like in its case and stuff, but I don't know what's going on with that cover. Why Michelangelo is a baby and is crying, but there we go. All right, next one is another graphic novel. This is Everlast by Chad Michael Murray. The actor did one. This is actually a really great graphic novel. I really enjoy this. I've read it twice. The art is amazing, and this story is really good. I think they could have made like a movie out of this if they wanted to. It's pretty cool. It's about it's apocalyptic. There's this guy whose sole job is to bring some people into, essentially, save their souls and help some of the last remaining people on Earth, stay alive in a safe place when everything else is dying. So it's pretty dark, but it's really good. I have a Darkwing Duck comic here that I bought. Again, I found this I think at a thrift store or something. Gotta love Darkwing Duck. Always loved him as a kid. This one I found at a thrift store as well. This is Green Lantern. I think this was $1. I got it at a thrift store. The only Green Lantern comic I own, actually, which is pretty surprising. But if I find more of his stuff out there, I'm sure I'll get it. Next is another one my friend gave me, and it's The Walking Dead. I don't really read the comic, but I do watch the show. You guys know I'm a big fan of the show. But this is episode 163, I guess, Conquered. The Walking Dead. Pretty cool having it. Really nice art as well in it. So there you go. And the comic differs a lot from the show, so you could read the comic or the show and not be spoiled with what happens in either, really. There's some similarities, but a lot of it's so different that it doesn't even matter. Here's another Darkwing Duck one. This one's just a smaller comic, newer as well as the other one I have. Number 2 in this ongoing series, whatever that is. Alright, these next ones, I was obsessed, well, I wouldn't say obsessed, but for some reason I had a liking to this character, this Marvel character when I was a kid, and it's Deathlock. Probably not one that a lot of people are familiar with, but I had a figure of him, an action figure, and I loved it. And I ended up buying some of his comics. I got Deathlock the Demolisher, and here's another one in that same storyline. So I bought a bunch of them from the same little storyline here. Marvel Comics here. Pretty cool. For some reason I just really liked him. I'm not into him as much anymore. I couldn't even tell you much about him at this point, but when I was younger I just, it was one of my favorite action figures, and I ended up finding some comics and bought them. There he is again. Really cool art here as well, and there's one more, so I have mostly Deathlock here. It's another Deathlock comic there. So very nice to see all those. Alright, the last set is a full series here, and it's Mayhem by Tyrese Gibson from Image Comics. Tyrese Gibson, the actor from like Fast and the Furious, made a comic here, and I ended up buying all 3 of these from Newberry Comics. Art's pretty good as well, and yeah, there's 3 in the series. There's the first one, then you got the second one there. I believe that was all that there was these 3. And then there's the final one there. So really cool. I've read all 3 of these. I enjoyed it. I was hoping for a movie or something, but again, that never came to be. But those are pretty cool if you see them out there by Image Comics, the Mayhem ones. Anyways, guys, that is it. That is all I own, but I figured I'd show you guys what I do have. My favorite one definitely being Everlast by Chad Michael Murray. This is probably my favorite one that I own. I just really like this one. So I do recommend it if you happen to see it on, Amazon or eBay or whatever, or even at a thrift store. It's a hardcover, so it's pretty solid there. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Keep yourself safe, and until next time, 0 is the number.